writing on Twitter, thank you. Stay retired. This also on the heels of a request to interview Jason Kidd, who is currently the head coach of the Dallas Mavericks. So where does New York go from here?
Listen, I think that they're attempting what the initial plan was, which was, if you guys remember that when he got fired, Tibbs got fired like 20 minutes before we went on the air. And I said on the air, I was like, sometimes like the takes that come out of these types of shows are the worst and sometimes they're the best. I think my gut reaction, this is a long play to try to make Giannis Antetokounmpo a Knick, is the right answer to this. I think that they fired Tibbs to hire Jason Kidd to have that be enough to lure Giannis. Because Kidd coached Giannis famously, or I don't know if it's famously, but Giannis liked him, and when he got fired was like, publicly said, like, I called Jay Kidd, was like, can I stop this? Can I fix it? And because nothing really makes sense, Brew, because they clearly, you had me sold on Johnny Bryant, and maybe it still is, but he's still available. Yeah. But the reporting is they are just looking at currently employed coaches as attractive. So I think they want Kidd. I think Kidd wants the Knicks. Kidd has been known to leave a job while having a job. And I think that the goal would then be for Giannis to ask for a trade there.
That makes a ton of sense. Hopefully, if that's the case, they got some intel that Giannis would love to play for Jake. I mean, you would assume he'd love to play for him again, but that he actually try to force his way to New York. Worldwide West, who's a part of the Knicks, front office, has as many connections as anybody, so he might have got some intel like that. But outside of that, that better be the case. Because otherwise, this looks asinine.
That's right.
Ime Udoka, he would be my first choice. I mean, unless I could get Kidd and Giannis, Ime would be my first choice. And now Chris Finch, who is a very good coach himself, like, I have no problems with these names, but what in the world? That's like somebody getting divorced and your eye is on somebody else. I don't want to go too far with that, but your eye is on somebody who's already married. Like, I still think Johnny Bryant is in the running. I also think, Leon Rose does not talk to the media, all right, off or on the record. And so he may have something up his sleeve that nobody really knows about. So I think there are other possibilities out there.
But at this point, if you're like Steve Kerr, are you offended that you're like that? Why aren't you guys interested in me? Like they are just interested in the currently employed successful coaches. And I bring up Steve Kerr just like as, jokingly, but or Spo, like what?
Yeah, Coach Spo.
Like all of these.
It's lunacy.
Yeah. Are you sure? I know you guys are both trying, and it's your job to like find the rational path to an answer. If it's a Dolan decision to fire Tibbs, done, without input from Leon Rose or the players, where there's different reports.
Good if that's the case.
It might just be like, hey, Jason Kidd, we had a good one. He's been fond of guys, not necessarily.
He wants the big names. Look at the guys, Lenny Wilkins, Isaiah Thomas, Phil Jackson, like Larry Brown, who were all great at what they did, but still, that could be the case. I'll say if they don't get Giannis, if they got Kidd but no Giannis, as Kidd's a very good coach. I don't know that that's an upgrade.
They've also
really good.
They've also done this before. This leaving breadcrumbs. They're like, didn't they hire? I forgot who it was. I'm trying to pull it off the top of my head.
Well, Johnny Bryant was a mentor of Donovan Mitchell's.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's one reason.
Like Durant's high school coach. He's going to be a consultant on the rock.
I've told you guys this several times. Being a Knicks beat writer for the New York Times, I learned this. This is a cousin to everybody wants to play for the Knicks. If we just put it out there, of course Udoka is going to leave the Rockets to coach the Knicks.
think Jason Kidd wants to do it. From like what has been, the people that cover the Mavs, the way they have talked about this story, very carefully but without dismissing it, makes it feel like if the Mavs were to let him, he would do it. And, you know, it's a ton of money. It's easier to win.
I'd rather get out of the West.
Yeah, go East, bigger market, all that. And this whole, the Knicks want to interview kid. It wouldn't be an interview.
Well, that's what I said.
Right, yeah. Like that would be a.
He'd have to have the job because
Exactly.
the Mavs wouldn't want him back.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't do well. They didn't shoot.
Cooper Flag.
What we do?
Okay, sounds good. SGA, best player in the world. Next. The other.
Has anyone seen my other flip-flop?
Where on earth is